Hello, folks. How are you today? I'm smoking a Sutliff mixture called Blue Danube. Here's the can. There's the tobacco. And it was gifted to me some time ago by Mike of Smokin' Briar. And it's a tasty mixture. And I'm smoking it in my Kaywood white briar, circa mid-50s, early 60s. And I showed this pipe once before on YouTube. Got a nice draw to it. Just trying to get it established there. I'm going to give you my quote of the day. It's by author Mac McCleary. He said, "Patience is something you admire in the driver behind you and scorn in the one ahead." Close quote. So true. So I hope you're all doing well. Thank God it's Friday, as they say. I understand we're in for a round of bad weather again, from coast to coast, it looks like. So what will be, I guess. There's a very interesting review of this tobacco by Dion Powell of Classical Pipes 322. You can pull them up by just looking up Classical Pipes. That'll do it there. You want the whole thing, Classical Pipes 322. And I'll leave it up to you to check it out if you want. Just, it's interesting. My good friend Dion has a very dry sense of humor. And his videos are informative and entertaining at the same time. He does a lot of beer reviews, the craft beer reviews, and some pipe tobacco reviews. And he also does some tips on games like craps. Those are, I think, some of his earlier craps, what would you call it, instruction, whatever, I think one garnished something like 20,000 hits. So check them out if you haven't already. I just wanted to give a mini shout out to my friend Dion, and he's a very interesting man as well. Excuse me, I'm unprepared as far as my tamper was, so pardon for the interruption. Of course, getting back to the pipe, this is a Kaywoody white briar. It's not a meerschaum, although they have been known to make meerschaums. They're not that common, but of course, this is the classic apple shape, which is one of my favorite shapes in a pipe. Very business-like, standard as it were. I want to thank my new subscribers, and I really appreciate you tuning in. Even if you don't comment, it's nice to have you on board, as it were. I was going to, pardon me again here, I wanted to look for something quickly. I was able to get my hands on it because I spied it in my my drawer here. I explained to you I have another hobby. That's stamp collecting, and somebody had wanted to see some. Well, I have one example right here. It hasn't gone into my book yet. It's mint, which means it's postally unused as a technical term for it is, so it's still got the gum on the back. It hasn't been put on a letter yet. It's from approximately 1928, around that era. A little earlier, actually. I don't have any idea how it's going to show up on here. Now, a little background. My main collecting interest is, of course, U.S., but I also specialize in a very narrow range of stamps for, I guess, let me see, a little under 30 years. And they're either the image of Washington, President Washington, or Benjamin Franklin. So they're called Washington Franklins for short if one collector is talking to another and want to know what he or she collects. They'll just say Washington Franklin. They'll know what they mean, Washington Franklins. And, of course, I collect stamps earlier and later. But basically, from about 1911 to 1930, roughly. So, here is a 3-cent violet color Washington. And there he is. That's showing up pretty good. Fairly good, I guess. And they're differentiated by the perforations, those little jagged things around the stamp. They run anywhere from coarse to very fine. And this particular stamp, in perfect shape, you wouldn't pay more than $20 for it. But the pricing of stamps of that era, there's very complicated, and the all stamps the centering is the most important. So the centering of the picture is pretty good in there. But I will show you some while the collection is still here. I take it out once, maybe once a quarter, once every several months, and work on it intensively for a few days, and then ship it back to the safe deposit box. But I plan to show you a number 1 that I have, like the first stamp issued by the United States. They made millions of them, but it's called a number 1 because it was the first issue, and that happens to have a picture of Ben Franklin on it. I believe it's been so long. I think that's who he is. So, boy, that made the time go by. That not nicely, as a matter of fact. I'll give it one more hot shot before I sign off. Okay then. So, see you tomorrow. Take care of yourself, and happy smoking.